YouTube? It's your boy Cal, bringing you another video on the channel today. So it's about 11:14 on this Monday, August 3rd. I'm just chilling. I just got back from the gym with my boy Josh. We're gonna be putting out a little posing video for you guys, a little physique reveal from me and him in the coming week. So we just filmed it. It was really good. Like fucking primo ass lighting. It was really good. Had a nice little back and tricep workout. So you know, today's another little talk, self-growth video, a little spiritual talk for you guys, and just overall helping you guys build awareness on a day-to-day basis. Maybe gain a perspective that you may not have already known. And by no means am I an expert in this field, but it's just simply my opinion and how I view it. And if it helps you become more aware and more enlightened on this subject, then I've done my job. The topic of today is seeing things for what they really are, and whether or not you are that single person that sees the truth, right, but no one else believes. See, there's this allegory, this comparative self-image that you can look up on Google. I'll throw it up on screen right now. It's called Plato's cave, and essentially it's these individuals lined up in a cave, right, and all they know is the darkness in the cave and the images on the wall that they see on a day-to-day basis. They think these images are real, and the image that's being casted to them through the shadows from the individual behind the wall, they believe that is real. Essentially, that is all they know. They only know the shadow from what the man behind the wall is trying to portray to them. And so this can kind of be compared to the mind in the sense that you look at the image compared to our thoughts in our minds. Comparing Plato's cave to that guy behind the wall is our consciousness and the impulsive and compulsive thoughts that we see on a day-to-day basis. When we're thinking these thoughts, right, and we identify so heavy with our mind, and we see those shadows like the individual sitting down in the cave see, we start to believe those thoughts, right? And so when those images come in, right, and those shadows from the involuntary and compulsive thoughts in the mind, right, that come across the screen, they don't know what else to believe because they're so identified with the cave. They don't know anything else. It's become so natural to them to believe in those natural shadows and thoughts, or those natural shadows, that they don't know anything else. Kind of what I wanted to bring you to this video about is going out of the darkness, going into the light. Whether you're by yourself and finding your truth, going beyond the mind and essentially raising your level of consciousness. See, when we identify so heavy with our thoughts and we identify so heavy with compulsive and irrational thoughts that come into our mind without us even trying to think about it, right, and we have no control over it, it's essentially us like being prisoner within our own mind. See, these cavemen, they're prisoners within their mind. The cave, right? And they've never ventured out. They've never seen anything else besides the cave. All they know is the cave. And so one day, one of those men decided to leave the cave. They decided to leave the cave, and when he walked out of the cave, he saw light, he saw other people, he saw joy, he saw happiness, not this darkness of the cave that he's always knew. When he came back into the cave and tried to tell everyone about what he's seen, no one believed him because all they've known and all they've seen is the cave, and all they believe is the shadows on the wall and the image being portrayed but behind the man on the wall, behind the wall. See, when I make these videos and I tell a lot of people, yo, you can go beyond the mind and you can you are not your thoughts. A lot of individuals, when they watch these type of videos, even though there's not that many, kind of cringe to the fact that I'm talking about an irrational and kind of voodoo, odd topic that they've never really seen or heard before. You ever heard the saying, you don't know until you try? This is exactly that. You don't know until you've actually experienced going beyond the mind. I always thought when I first got into spirituality and I heard you are not your thoughts, I was just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What do you mean I'm not my thoughts? See, through practice of meditation, I've talked about this in past videos, and again, I could talk about this all day if you needed me to, but there's this observer perspective, and when you develop this observer perspective, you're able to watch your thoughts come in and come and go, right? And the energy you place on these compulsive thoughts ends up turning into bigger thoughts and bigger thoughts and bigger thoughts, and eventually it takes up your reality, and you can't stop thinking about these thoughts, and it pretty much just takes over your life, takes you out of the moment, takes you out of presence, and you're thinking about the future or the past, and it just pretty much you're in the darkness. It's all you know, right? Because you become so identified with your mind. My mom the other day came into my room and she was like, Cal, your room really smells. And I was just like, what the hell is she talking about? No, it doesn't. You know, I try to keep my cool. I was just like, all right, yeah. All right. And she's like, open up a window. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, I don't know. I ended up leaving my room and I came back, right? And I smelled my room and I was like, oh my God, it smells awful in here. Little did I know that I became so used to the smell of my room, right? I became so desensitized to it that it became natural. I didn't even notice it. This can kind of be compared to your thoughts, right? In the sense that you're so used to compulsively thinking involuntary thoughts that you're desensitized to it, and it's just natural. See, what if you question that? What if you went beyond the mind and were able to get into an observer standpoint? No, by no means is it easy to raise your level of consciousness on like a second basis, but just being able to be present and watch your thoughts, you're able to do that. So that is where growth happens. When you're able to stop these natural habits of your mind going racing, you're able to rest the mind. You're able to develop inner stillness and inner peace. You're able to raise your level of consciousness, raise your level of vibration. And essentially, vibration and consciousness are the same things, right? You develop more joy, more peace within your life, more awareness. When you're in a lower state of consciousness, like what's going on right now within the world, you're more in a fear, control-based standpoint, and you're easier to be controlled. I just want you guys to really think about what's going on right now in the world and really just question everything that comes along with you, because you never know what's truly going on. The only person you can trust is yourself, man. And like, this world goes so much deeper than you think. Just don't believe those images on the wall. Don't just believe those shadows that you constantly see on a day-to-day basis. Go out of the cave, venture out. Whether people believe you or not, you know your truth because you've experienced it. I know this because I've experienced it. I can go beyond my thoughts. Even though I still do irrationally think, I still do overthink, compulsively think. You know, it's a bad habit, but it's one I've been developing for 18 years, so it's probably going to take some time to, you know, break free of. And once you break free and you're able to develop this inner peace and stillness and not be controlled by your mind, you're able to manipulate your mind into ways that you want it, things you want to do. You're able to manifest, you're able to do all this great stuff. And it's really just going behind the mind and finding your truth, whether people believe you or not. You know because you've experienced it. Just going out of the darkness. Don't be so controlled. Stop identifying with your mind so heavy because you're so desensitized to it. You don't even think about it. Watch your thoughts, man. Watch your thoughts. What comes in, just let it go. What comes in, let it go. It's a natural process. You'll be amazed the first time you experience this. If you've never tried meditation, I highly recommend you try it. It has changed my life in so many ways, and I'll probably be my video next week about why meditation's changed my life. So I love you guys. Try it out. I'm just trying to help build this channel off spirituality and entertainment, and just overall show you guys a bigger part of myself, and just build something bigger than my own self. And I'm trying to make a positive impact on a day-to-day basis, whether that be through entertainment, just making people smile, or just overall trying to better individuals' lives through good pressures. And that's honestly, I want you guys to be the best version of yourself as possible. That's what I'm trying to be. I still have a long way to go. I'm definitely not perfect, but I'm getting better every single day, and that's what matters. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, it's been your boy Cal Borst, and love you guys, and peace the fuck out.